Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to do something a little bit unusual. Unlike me, because I've not seen myself doing it before, and I thought to myself, why am I going to do this? But at least for the benefit of maybe young bees in design and customers or clients that receive the services of a creative person or designers, I feel you need to actually watch this video, because there's some things I'm going to say that is going to actually help you understand better what to expect from a creative when you require a logo. Most importantly, I think I've mentioned that before in this channel. Do well to maybe check out the video I spoke about brand to business, but I'm going to be taking a different direction, taking root from the latest rebrand that was done by one of the Nigerian's company. They did a new rebrand, for whatever reason that is, but I'm going to kind of run through what this company is, what they do, and then we'll dive straight into this logo that has been making the buzz. And then I'm going to also share with you the things you are going to be looking out for, even as a creative or as a client or whoever you are watching this video, when you see a logo or when you're expecting a logo from a creative. Without no further ado, from Ado State, let's jump right straight to it. What is NNPC? The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Although it has been owned by the federal government all this while. Before that, it was established in the year 1977, 1st of April, as a merger of the Nigerian National Oil Corporation, Federal Ministry of Petroleum and Energy Resources. NNPC by law manages the joint venture between the federal government and a number of multinational oil operators, which includes the likes of Ajib, ExxonMobil, Total Energy, Chevron, Texaco, and lots more. But come on, this is not what I want to talk about today. I'm here to discuss and show you guys the issues, few of my observations, and things I felt that would have been done right. More or less the shortfall of this new brand created for this company. So let's look at this. So you have this logo right here displayed on your screen, and it's something that, look, people may have loved this logo for one reason or the other, but then there are a few shortfalls I'm going to talk about, not to because the work has been done, not to actually raise negative things around it, but just a few observations, because all of us have made these observations, but I'm just taking time to talk about it based on how I feel about it. So the logo looks, for the common person, for everyone around the street, it looks good, but I'm going to explain what a logo design is, or a logo is, from the perspective of the legendary Paul Rand. Paul Rand is one of the world's greatest designers, and this is what he said that a logo is. He said it's a sign, it's a signature, it's a symbol, and he says that a logo does not sell directly, it rather identifies. So a logo is rarely a description of a business. A logo derives its meaning from the quality and the quantity of things it represents, and not the other way around, meaning that a logo doesn't qualify a business. A logo is actually less important than what it signifies. What it represents is more important than what it looks like. And finally, the subject matter of a logo can be anything. What does it mean? From the description we have here, NNPC is already a company that have existed for over 30 years, and it is not the logo that have defined them, right? It's what they have been doing over the time that have given the logo a meaning over the years. Is what we have been able to use to identify them over the years. And this time around, they are going limited, right? And what it means is that they're actually trying to create a new phase, or ways to relate to them. So, but in doing that, there are a couple of attributes you have to look out for when you are trying to create a logo, or you're working on a logo, or you demanded for a logo. These are things you actually have to look out for. A logo must be simple. Like, you don't have to put all the attributes, at least to a greater degree. You don't have to put all the attributes of your business on the logo, right? You're selling cars, you're selling shoes, you're selling eyebrows, you're selling hair, and you have the hair in your logo. You don't have to do all that. So what your logo contains doesn't define your business. It's the business you are doing or the quality you are delivering that gives value to your logo, and not your logo to the business. Number two, it has to be memorable. It should be that when people look at your logo, or when even a child looks at your logo, he's able to describe that logo. Someone is able to go out and actually explain the logo, describe the logo without a lot of hassle. So a lot of logos really cannot be described, a lot of logos out there, because clients actually want much ridiculous things on their logo. I've had clients bring some very funny logo for me to recreate, and I know this logo won't work. It will not work. This style doesn't work for this kind of business, and then they insist you do all that. Which actually brings me to the third point, which is the logo has to be appropriate, right? It has to be the logo for what it is. So you are designing for a brand, a children brand, a brand for kids, and the logo you are preferring is a logo for something that don't have that soft touch for children, right? It might not work. Yes, it doesn't have anything directly to do with this brand, but it has to be appropriate to a reasonable degree. Then your logo has to be timeless, and then versatile. So versatile is where I actually have a problem with this logo amongst every other problem I have with this logo. First of all, I'm going to say that it's actually not the right thing to do to put your logo to have overlapping elements, because that's the first thing that kind of turned me off. That's the first thing I actually screamed at when I saw this amazing work, right? We have overlapping contents, and if I should trace this content out of this place, for some reason this is double whatever it is, should I call this rectangle, and however it was placed, I'm just trying to use this. So one of the litmus tests for a logo that works, or a logo that is going to work, is that when you put them in colors, when they are in colors, they actually look good, and also when they are in a monochrome, when they are in one color, they will still look good, right? So this is where versatility comes in. If the logo is not able to maintain the quality, at least to a reasonable degree, when they are not in colors, then you're actually going to lose it, or it's a bad logo completely. So I also have an issue with the fact that some edges are not well or properly aligned, for whatever reason. This area were not properly aligned. It feels to me like I won't say it's a rushed work, right? But then, even though it's a rushed work, right, to a reasonable degree, the designer should have built a level of. So I mean, even if it's a rushed work, the designer should have built a level of patience or skill to understand how to skew content like this, as a matter of fact. Then, for the fact that we are making use of gradients on the logo is already an issue. So for newbies in the industry, please avoid making use of gradients, right, on your logo. So we've already seen the pitfalls, because you have overlapping elements, and these elements were created in such a way that they have different colors. So if this is actually to be in a proper setup, in a proper setting, you should be able to have this demarcation here. Let's just use this for example. So having this in this way shows that already this logo is not going to work. There are a couple of other issues I would have loved to talk about, but maybe I want to hear from the comment section. Maybe we'll go on a live where we'll have a more detailed conversation, because there are a lot of things I might want to share about logo designing that a lot of creatives don't know. I actually see a lot of that mistakes everywhere, and this overlapping content is one part of it. Then the rest of them have to also do with proportionalism, the ratio of the size of the text or the word mark and the symbol itself, the icon of the logo itself. Because when it comes to scaling, you might be finding it difficult. You are going to find it difficult to scale this logo, and also make use of it in different mediums without having issues. First of all, they're having overlapping content, they're having gradients on one single logo, and we have issues with in likes of having to deal with the size of the logo icon and the size of the font, not matching in size. So I really do not have the entire scope of what was done maybe in the brand guide, how this came up, but the reason I'm making this video is just to actually help newbies, people that are still coming up or are still trying to lay their hands in one or two things in logo design or industry. This is not a good example to follow, and for whatever reason it was done this way. I think if they feel like revisiting it maybe later in the future, that'll be fine. But this logo is, first of all, is not timeless, it's not simple enough, right? It cannot be scaled, it lacks versatility, you can't use it in multiple places and it will still remain the same quality. And then I don't think it's memorable enough because there are a lot of things going on, and yes, you can make use of these colors, but there are other ways you can actually do it and the logo is memorable. So how do you explain this logo that you have 3-4 rectangles facing each other? It looks like an arrow up and down. Put it in type of way, it looks like I don't know, two rectangles or hexagon or polygon or square or whatever it looks like, right? How do you explain the logo to someone? 2 overlapping rectangles, right? Or 2 overlapping skewed square, as opposed to explaining what an Apple logo looks like. Now you get my point. Leave it all to you in the comment section. Comment on what you think about this logo, your sincere, honest critique, not because of the company involved, but because of the industry standard, what you think people should know. Don't abuse anyone, don't abuse the logo. It's a creative like you that did it well, although they would have done better from my point of view. So what's your opinion? Let's get to hear you in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll be the first to get to know that I'm posting a video or I've made a new video just for you. Thank you very much. Keep liking, keep posting, live creative.